giant slalom is an alpine skiing and alpine snowboarding discipline. It involves skiing between sets of poles spaced at a greater distance to each other than in slalom but less than in Super-G. Giant slalom and slalom make up the technical events in alpine ski racing. This category separates them from the speed events of Super-G and downhill. The technical events are normally composed of two runs, held on different courses on the same ski run course. The vertical drop for a GS course must be 250 to 450 meters for men, 250 to 400 meters for women. The number of gates in this event is 56 to 70 for men and 46 to 58 for women. The number of direction changes in a GS course equals 11 to 15% of the vertical drop of the course in meters, 13 to 15% for children. As an example, on a 300 meters vertical course, there would be between 33 and 45 direction changes for an adult race. Speed. Although not the fastest event in skiing, on average a well-trained racer may reach average speeds of 40 km per hour in the slalom. Equipment. Giant slalom skis are shorter than Super-G and downhill skis, and longer than slalom skis. In an attempt to increase safety for the 2003-04 season, the FIS increased the minimum side cut radius for giant slalom skis to 21 meters and for the first time imposed minimum ski lengths for GS. 185 centimeters for men and 180 centimeters for women. A maximum stand height of 55 millimeters was also established for all disciplines. In May 2006, the FIS announced further changes to the rules governing equipment. Beginning with the 2007-08 season, the minimum radius for GS skis was increased to 27 meters for men and 23 meters for women. Additionally, the minimum ski width at the waist was increased from 60 to 65 millimeters, and the maximum stand height for all disciplines was reduced to 50 millimeters. The best skiers tended to use a bigger side cut radius, like Ted Lidger T 29 meters and Lindsey Vonn 27 meters. For the 2012-13 season, the FIS increased the side cut radius to 35 meters and the minimal length to 195 centimeters. Many athletes criticized this decision. Often David Dodge was cited. Dodge argues that FIS used studies which do not comprise a scientific proof. He states that it is well known that if one tips the ski 7 degrees more, the 35-meter ski will have the same turning radius as the 28-meter ski. He states as well that knee injuries are decreasing since the 1990s, when carving skis started to be used. History. The first giant slalom was set on the Motorone in Italy, over the Lake Maggiore, near Trysil, on January 20, 1935. After 1 month, the second giant slalom was set on the Marmolada in Italy's Dolomite Mountains, by Gunther Langs. The giant slalom was added to the World Championships in 1950 at Aspen, Colorado, and debuted at the Winter Olympics in 1952 at Oslo, Norway. Run at Northgil. The GS has been run in every World Championships and Olympics since. Originally a one-run event, a second run was added for men at the World Championships in 1966, run on consecutive days, and at the Olympics in 1968. The second run for women was added at the World Championships in 1978, and made its Olympic debut in 1980. The World Championships changed to a one-day format for the giant slalom in 1974, but the Olympics continued the GS as a two-day event through 1980. Also scheduled for 2 days in 1984, both giant slaloms became one-day events after repeated postponements of the downhills. Following the extra races added to the program in 1988, the GS has been scheduled as a one-day event at the Olympics. Upon its introduction, giant slalom briefly displaced the combined event at the World Championships. It was absent in 1950 and 1952. The combined returned in 1954 in Sweden, but as a paper race, using the results of the three events, a format used through 1980. The combined returned as a standalone event at the World Championships in 1982 at Schladming, Austria, and at the Olympics in 1988 at Nakiska, west of Calgary, Alberta. It was changed to the super combined format of the World Championships in 2007 and the Olympics in 2010.